Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about Tana Mongeau getting hate for posting with David Dobrik. David Dobrik saying he wants to fight Jeff Wittig, and mainly Trisha Paytas' new video regarding Ethan Klein. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to this channel, turn your post notifications on, and give this video a thumbs up. Alright, let's get into it. Let's first talk about Tana Mongeau. She recently posted this TikTok with David Dobrik on her account and said, "You made my birthday so special, and filming like the old days has me. I love you, David Dobrik." A lot of people were not happy about her supporting David, commenting, "Tana, no, what is this? Are you kidding? Tana, do you ever just stop and think, maybe I shouldn't? Tana, didn't you literally turn against him when he was cancelled? Are we forgetting how he knew, filmed, and also stayed friends with Dom?" One person also said, "LMAO, he is using you, sis." I think it's the other way around. Tana responds in the comments saying, "Don't even start in the comments. He had bad people around him and cut them off and apologized and took full accountability. An amazing human that I love and will always be grateful for. Deplatform the actual people who are terrible individuals." Speaking of David, when asked who he would be down to fight with, David responded saying Jeff Wittig as a joke, and Zayn in the back was like, "With a crane."
Dude, this is a lot of pressure because I know if I say it, I'm gonna have to go through.
Oh, come
Jeff Wittig. Jeff Wittig, I'll see you in the ring.
Okay. Hey,
The crane. I'm not Jeff.
who's one TikToker you would be afraid of to fight?
Oh, bro, honestly,
Bryce
all
Hall?
of them. Just kidding. Bryce Hall. Yeah, I'd be scared to fight Bryce. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not a good fighter, so it'd be, yeah, let's do it.
People were not happy about this because Jeff is still going through the aftermath of the accident that David caused. One user tweeted, "With a crane, they laugh while Jeff is still getting eye surgery. Good thing you forgave them, and now they can make jokes about the permanent physical and psychological damage that's been done to you." However, guys, it is worth mentioning that Jeff has completely forgiven David. I'm subscribed to his Patreon because basically I'm in love with him, and he posted a video with David yesterday and where David sat with him and very seriously apologized to him on camera. I'm not going to post any clips because obviously it's behind a paywall, but it was a really cute, heartfelt moment. David said, "I'm sorry for everything you had to deal with, the accident happening in the first place. I'm sorry for all of it." Jeff said he forgives him, and David tells Jeff that he loves him, and Jeff was like, "You didn't say no homo," and I died. It was just hilarious. Check out Jeff's Patreon if you want to watch the full thing. Now I'm going to show you guys a couple of TikToks I came across exposing the terrible things that Trisha has done to Moses.
Hi, I'm going to be talking about a situation that happened with Moses and Trisha from a while back that no one seemed to address and just let it slide. Including me, I had no idea this happened. So the first couple months of Trisha and Moses being together, it was strictly a friends with benefits relationship, which meant Moses was talking to other females. He was seeing a couple girls, including his ex, the girl he slept with before, and someone who was catfishing him online. I did work very hard to find everything. Here's one of the messages. Here's a photo of Moses that was in the other picture for proof. At the end of April last year, she found out what Moses was doing and punched him repeatedly, threw his keys over a fence so he wouldn't leave, and then tackled him and wouldn't let him leave unless he had sex with her. Here's some more DMs. Here is his message to the catfish. Trisha also decided to make a podcast where she read Moses's leaked messages with the other girls to embarrass him, and I could post the audio. The video is deleted.
One user said she also did this to Jason. However, the creator of the TikTok said Jason also did horrible things to Trisha. Internet personalities are horrible people. Another user commented, "We also gloss over the fact that Trisha crashed her car into Jason's house." Yes, how is that not talked about more? And how does even one do that? This bitch has done enough crazy things for a lifetime in the past 2 years.
Here are some Reddit posts about what happened in the situation happening in the video before she deleted it.
Basically, Moses got catfished on Instagram by someone pretending to be a girl interested in him, and the way in which he replied to her was creepy and so out of touch. This was during when him and Trisha were having their fling as well. He was agreeing to pick her up from the airport to have sex the night he was going to dinner with Trisha and her parents. The way he talked to the girl was so creepy and out of touch, saying that he also puts his nose in when eating out trying to flirt. I felt like gagging, and Trisha was also saying how she thinks he has issues with women and attention. She also says that he is bizarrely spiritual, claiming that he is water, and dubs his flirting in the DMs with random women as helping them. Also, she says how when he went down on her, he just kissed it and didn't know what to do. She also says that he has a really weird relationship with his sister and doesn't get on with Ethan. I'm taking everything she says with a pinch of salt, and she is a mess that never gets her story straight, but at the end of the day, she is the one that spent weeks with Moses in quarantine, and everything she explains checks out. And she reads the DMs word for word, and you have to admit that the way Moses was talking to the girl was too much. You have to listen to it for yourself.
Here are those DMs for proof, talking about how he wouldn't put his nose anywhere near Trisha's meow meow. So I'm gonna try updating as much as I can, but this is your part 2. I hope you're happy. I'm sorry, I'm working as hard as I can.
Not TikTok taking my video down for harassment and bullying when I'm calling out a rich person.
And she also reposted Trish admitting to have hit Moses.
I hit him last summer, and it doesn't matter the circumstances, like I hit him and that gets thrown in my face.
But also, like, what did you expect, Trisha?
All the time, and it's fine, but I'm not a domestic abuse.
This is from her most recent video. She fully admitted to it. I can't find the catfishing DMs of her reading them. It's really disappointing. I know. I'm very sorry. I tried as hard as I could. They're gone. That's all that I could find. That's from her most recent video. It's very hard to find once she's privated everything. All in all, just because that it did happen and she did call it out, she only called it out once she was exposed for hitting Moses, and I don't think that's right. But it doesn't excuse the shitty things Moses has done, like enabling her to act this way. I personally feel like he's trying to turn Trisha against the family because he doesn't like them either. He does not care for them. She said it before.
And here's Ethan savagely bringing up the incident.
He broke up with you because you started, like, punching him.
He's shaking his head no.
Oh, okay. You said I could say everything.
I did not punch him. You said that's why you broke up with me, because I punched you? I went like this.
Okay.
It was never in public.
Well, maybe you shouldn't hit him.
This killed me. This kills me. And the costumes just make it everything too. It's just, wow.
Imagine if roles were reversed.
Put a finger down if they wouldn't let you hang out with the opposite sex. Put a finger down if they wouldn't let you like certain people's photos. Put a finger down if they got mad if you didn't respond in 5 minutes. Put a finger down if they ever got physical or threw something at you. Put a finger down if they ever forced you sexually. Put a finger down if you got to keep your location services on. Put a finger down if they threatened to kill themselves if you tried to break up with them. Put a finger down if they've called you names. Put a finger down if they called you overly sensitive, but really they were just being mean. And lastly, put a finger down if they ruined your life.
I've posted this video on my channel before, but at the time, I for some reason just thought it was like a small push or something. I didn't know there were bruises and shit. I have no clue why Moses would stay with Trisha after this. She is very clearly unstable. This is just crazy. Oh my god, I feel terrible. If you guys want to keep up to date, make sure to follow this girl on TikTok. I've just been using all of hers in this video. And now let's finally talk about the real reason why we're all here. Trisha's new video called The Real Reason Why Frenemies Broke Up. If you've watched my last video, I summarized all of Trisha's TikToks on the whole frenemies ending situation and also Trisha's response to Ethan's response to Trisha's sister's TikToks. In this video, Trisha repeats pretty much everything they said in the TikTok, so I won't be going into too much detail of those things here. If you're interested in knowing more, check out my last video. In regards to people mocking the whole 5% meme, Trisha says it actually was a lot of money. One person pointed out saying that if Trisha's so caught up in that 5% being a lot of money, how much was that 45% that she was actually getting paid this entire time? Now that must have been a lot of money, right? So that's 9 times the amount of the 5%. Trisha repeats the whole Ethan keeping 100% of the highlights thing. I sound like a broken record at this point. Making this video is giving me deja vu. I've said all of this way too many times. How is Trisha not tired of repeating the same old information? Trisha says her biggest issue is that Ethan lied.
The issue was Ethan lied, and he admitted to it. He said he misspoke, which is, you lied.
After their big fight on the last Frenemies episode, Ethan asked Trisha to come to the photo shoot they had already spent $5,000 on. Trisha agreed, and then Ethan was like, never mind, the crew is sad, they don't want to show up.
So now that he misspoke about that, the thing that launched all of this, which is like, oh, they felt disrespected, like, if this is not reflecting where the crew feels disrespected, like, you know, I should quit. I told Ethan I was gonna quit before I made the video. Like, I made the video. There was no hate in that video, all stuff like that.
But Ethan has said multiple times that he was caught off guard when he posted the video of his stepping down from Frenemies. And to be honest, with your track record, Trisha, I'm gonna go ahead and take Ethan's word for that one. Sorry. And then Trisha repeats the whole Ethan punching down at Trisha's sister thing.
I'm obviously the one getting all the hate. They see that. So for them to do this video, like, defending themselves when I'm the one getting all the hate, it's like, it's really just punching down. It's just punching when it's low. My sister deleted that TikTok within an hour.
Oh my god, Trish, that's not what punching down is. You are not beneath Ethan. Shut up about this. Screw you, TikTok, for teaching Trisha these new fat terms. Trisha reiterates that this entire thing is between her and Ethan, not Hila. Trisha has respect for Hila and has no issues with her.
I don't want to put that on Hila because she has always been respectful, nice, and gracious to me, and I can't say the same thing about Ethan all the time. It would be like me punching down on like channels that dislike me. You know, there's a lot of channels, and there's a lot of channels that speak like straight up like just lies, just straight up lies about me.
I'm hoping she's not talking about this channel because while we do enjoy a good Trisha video, we don't spread lies here. Everything is backed up with receipts. Then Trisha brings up the fact that it was terrible of Ethan to tell the crew that Trisha wants them fired.
That's some manipulation, that's some bullshit, that is just bad bossing, period. Like,
Ethan actually admitted in his first video on the topic that maybe he shouldn't have done that. She brings up the fact that Ethan's first video on Trisha was him making fun of her no makeup pictures and says that that was punching down once again.
That's his tactic, right? Is like punching down on people. Like,
oh my god, Trisha, that's not what punching down is. That's just straight up punching. And while it was very mean of him to do that, please stop mixing shit up. Then Trisha says that Ethan is just as bad of a person as she is, but he never admits to any faults. To be honest, in this situation, I can't think of anything that he should be admitting to that he hasn't already. Can someone clarify here? What did Ethan do wrong? Trisha also addresses Ethan exposing her for lying about not knowing one of the characters they dressed up as. If you don't remember that situation, Trisha was throwing a tantrum once and being like, I never like any of her costumes. I don't even know who these characters are. So Ethan brings up screenshots of messages from Trisha being like, those exact characters are from her favorite movie. How does that happen? How does one just forget their favorite movie? But here's Trisha's explanation for it, and I'm using that word very loosely.
To prove that I'm a liar because I said I loved the movie. I was hyping him up. I was like, oh yeah, I love that movie. And then when we watched the movie the day before, I was just like, oh, I like didn't see this movie. To me, that's not like a lie. It's just like him forgetting that it was his idea for the costume.
So you were lying when you said that it was your favorite movie. Okay guys, here's the part of the video where I go off topic for a second and talk about pathological liars. Pathological lying, also known as mythomania and pseudologia fantastica, is the chronic behavior of compulsive or habitual lying. Unlike telling the occasional white lie to avoid hurting someone's feelings or getting in trouble, a pathological liar seems to lie for no apparent reason. Guys, I actually had a friend who was a pathological liar, and he would lie about the most ridiculous things. Like, he'd be like, I'm in class right now, and I'd be like, no you're not, because I'm sitting in class and you're not here. Like, why would you lie about that? And I truly think Trisha is a pathological liar. Time and time again, she proves this by making things up that are absolutely not true, but don't really serve a purpose, you know? Then Trisha moves on to talk about the Disney trip again. She already talks about all of this on TikTok, but once again, she says that her sister never lied. Everything she said on the TikTok was true. She actually did pay for Ethan and Hila.
Like, it wasn't a beg to pay situation. It also didn't matter. I paid for my own birthday dinner. It is fine.
But then Trisha says that she believes Ethan did pay for something else.
Maybe he paid for one of I think he paid for one of the meals. Like, I have to really think about it, but which is overly nice. Like,
so I think that we can all agree on is that 1, Ethan and Hila were actually invited. They didn't just invite themselves. 2, they didn't pay for their own Disneyland tickets, but they offered to. 3, they didn't pay for their own dinner, but they did offer to split it. And 4, they paid for another meal after. So I think if we all agree on those 4 things, we also agree that Trisha's sister did indeed lie about 2 things in her TikTok. That's just that, Trisha. It's factual. Move on. Trisha spends another 5 minutes talking about how Ethan punches down. She repeats the story of Ethan disrespecting homeless people and construction workers, which a lot of people in my last video said that they don't believe that happened, but I guess we'll never know unless the clips come out. And she goes back to Ethan lying about the crew being mad at her and twisting the narrative and relates it to her schizophrenia.
Yes, I do have schizophrenia, and that does include memory loss and delusions and stuff, and I'm on medication for it. I was like, no, I'm not gonna let someone like dictate reality for me because I do get it confused a lot.
She says that obviously frenemies will never be coming back and there will be no on-camera reconciliation. But on a personal level, she does want it to work out and everyone is still invited to the wedding. Why do I have a tough time believing that will ever happen after everything you've said about Ethan? And that's pretty much all Trisha said in this 40-minute video, you guys. Not anything new at all. At this point, there is absolutely nothing new Trisha could say about the situation to milk it anymore. It's done. Move on, Trish. Stop making videos. I know it's nice to get 1 million views a video, but people are over it. One user said, living embodiment of the 7 deadly sins. Trisha is overwhelmingly full of pride, gluttony, envy, sloth, lust, wrath, and especially greed. Another user said, what I'm most proud of is that Trisha stans are actually holding Trish accountable for what she's trying to do here post frenemies. It feels like her diehard fans seem actually genuinely disappointed and are fed up with the back and forth. Trisha at one point said, "I'm a professional," like she didn't leave the show 4 times. And she also at one point said, "He's dragging this on." Ma'am, you really need some self-awareness. She needs to realize that no matter how many videos she makes, no one is going to be on her side. Ethan misspoke, then he lied. Callie misspoke, she misspoke. Which is exactly how Trisha's brain works. And yeah, that was it for today's video, guys. Let me know what your opinions are on all of this in the comments down below. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week. All right, bye.